Mic check. 1, 2, 3, mic check. This is a mic check for everyone who wants a mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, mic check. This is a mic check for everyone who wants a mic check. I'm doing a mic check for everyone. 1, 2, 3, mic check. If you need a mic check, this is the moment. Mic check. If you need a mic check, come check your audio. 1, 2, 3, mic check. How's that, Jacob? 1, 2, 3, mic check. Keep doing a mic check. This is a mic check. This is a mic check for all the stations available. 1, 2, 3, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Let me put them up. Give me a second, I'm going there. Mic check. Levels are better. Mic check. Is that okay? Okay. Okay. On the spot. Thank you. What's up?
Is your truck open?
No, but I can open it from here.
Can you give me the keys? Is it on everything? Okay, cool.
Give me a second. Please set up. Give me a second.
Should I probably just...
I'd be fine with that. I thought it was easier to move the mic further away.
Ok, my mic is... Sí, creo que sí. Lo que no está es el cable.
I think they're gonna hopefully move the mic stands together. Oh, all right, Matt, you're stuck now. Go right up your ass. That's right.
Put this stand. Push this.
Really close together.
Yeah, that's why I...
Otherwise, you're gonna have trouble.
Yeah, that's why I
Oh, there
took
you
off
go.
this one.
I
So
tried to get her to back up, but like a horseshoe. Did you want to lower the other one down?
You could probably sneak it in even more if you want.
yeah. Sorry.
It's my mic.
That mic doesn't want to stay in there.
Let's just place it in the middle so it won't go anywhere.
There you go.
That's probably better.
Fantastic.
You guys need a couple more minutes? Or are you okay? You guys need a couple more minutes? Or are you okay?
Good, we're good.
Are you guys ready to go? Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Thanks for coming. The investigator, NTSB investigator in charge, Dan Baker, that's B-A-K-E-R. He'll provide an update on the investigation and then take some questions.
Thank you all for coming. Again, my name is Dan Baker, and I'm a senior air safety investigator assigned to the Western Pacific region of the NTSB. And I am the investigator in charge for this investigation. Before I continue, I want to offer my sincerest condolences to the family and friends and those who are affected by this accident. I'd also like to thank the City of San Diego, the San Diego Fire Department, the San Diego Police Department, for their outstanding support that we've had for our team during our time here on scene. I would also like to thank the FBI evidence response team who assisted us yesterday on scene as well. Most of our investigators arrived on scene yesterday afternoon and into the evening. Our immediate priorities have been to document the accident scene and to preserve evidence. Our on-scene team consists of NTSB regional investigators, media relations, family assistance personnel. We are also assisted by party members from the Federal Aviation Administration, Textron Aviation, and Williams International Engines. We're currently supported remotely by NTSB air traffic control and weather specialists. We will not be determining a probable cause or providing any analysis at this time. Yesterday at 03:47, a Cessna Citation airplane, registration number 666 Delta Sierra, impacted high-tension wires, high-tension power lines while flying the RNAV GPS precision instrument approach to runway 28 right at Montgomery Gibbs Executive Airport. After impacting the high-tension power lines, the airplane descended and impacted the ground in a residential area near the intersection of Sample Street and Salmon Street. The airplane came to rest on Sample Street. There was a post-impact fire that destroyed the airplane and damaged nearby vehicles and homes. The pilot and passengers were fatally injured. There were no ground fatalities or serious injuries. The number and identities of those on board will be determined and released by local authorities. The NTSB has no role in that process. Our mission here is to gather the facts and evidence associated with this accident to determine a probable cause and make any necessary recommendations to improve aviation safety. So far, we have recovered both automated dependent surveillance broadcast, or ADSB data, flight track data, and air traffic control audio from the accident flight. The pilot did not report any problems to air traffic control, and he did not declare an emergency. We have determined that the automated surface observing system, which provides airport weather conditions to pilots, was inoperative at the Montgomery Airport at the time of the accident due to an unrelated power surge. Air traffic control provided the pilot the weather conditions at Marine Corps Air Station Miramar before he began the approach to Montgomery Airport. The weather at Miramar was briefed as wind calm, 1/2 mile visibility, and 200-foot ceiling. Miramar is located about 4 miles north of the Montgomery Airport. We have also determined that there were notices to air mission, also called NOTAMs, in effect at the time of the accident that stated the runway 28 right precision approach path indicator and runway 28 right medium intensity approach light system with runway alignment indicator lights at Montgomery Airport were out of service. The airplane was not equipped with a flight data recorder. We are trying to determine at this time if the airplane was equipped with a cockpit voice recorder. We have maintenance records that indicate that there may have been one installed in the past, but we will not know for certain until we complete our wreckage examination. Once our on-scene activities are completed, the airplane wreckage will be recovered to a secure facility where it will be available if any additional examinations are necessary. We anticipate the wreckage recovery will begin later today, and our team will conclude the on-scene portion of the investigation within the next 2 to 3 days. Once we conclude the on-scene portion of the investigation, we will continue to investigate pilot qualifications, training, flight history, and other human factors that may have been involved in the accident. We will investigate the airplane's maintenance history and in-flight performance, and we will continue to investigate any other environmental issues that may have been a factor in the accident. The next release of information regarding this investigation will be the issuance of a preliminary report. The preliminary report will be issued within 30 days of the date of the accident. A final report will be issued within 12 to 24 months following the accident. I will take a few questions at this time. Before you start, please state your name and affiliation before you ask any questions. I saw that hand first.
Yes, Salvador Duran with Univision Network. So you're saying that there is no block box on this particular plane, and the fact that the pilot hit a power post, what does that tell you?
So the question that I can answer is was the airplane equipped with a flight data recorder? No, the airplane was not equipped with a flight data recorder. We're investigating whether it was equipped with a cockpit voice recorder. The engines may have a flight data recording capability called a FADEC on board, and we're waiting to verify that as well. Yes.
Matthew Cedar, Fox LA. Is it normal for an airport to have a non-working ASOS system? And then what kind of challenges would that make for pilots trying to land in weather?
The question is it common for an airport to have an ASOS or out of system or out of service? I can't speak to that. I don't know what the number of airports are that have one that's out of service, but it's not at every airport. But it is necessary to provide weather updates to the pilot at the facility through the normal reporting procedure.
Does that make it more challenging for pilots to land if that's not working?
It affects the pilot's decision making, not the pilot's decision or the pilot's performance in the airplane.
Excuse me, sir.
Over this
David
side.
with Channel 8 News here in San Diego. Did you say there were 2 systems that were out? And can you describe? I understand one was a weather system, but I thought I heard you mention a second system that was out. Can you explain what that is?
Yeah, the question is that I briefed. There were 2 systems that were out, and what were they? So there were notices to air mission, which is a notification system to pilots and aircrew whether there's any important information that they need to pass on to the to aircrew about any restrictions or runway closures, various other things that may be happening at an airport or an air traffic control facility. And so there were notices to the airmen stating that there was airport lighting that was out that would have affected the illumination of the runway, both the illumination of the runway and the glide slope, the visual glide slope indicator for that.
That's the lighting that allows them to remotely turn it on at night?
Yes.
So that didn't work?
Correct. And then in addition, the second part of that question was the ASOS. Those are unrelated to the lighting. So the ASOS system, the weather reporting system, is unrelated to the lighting. It's a separate system, and that experienced some sort of a technical glitch prior to the accident. I don't know the exact time that took it offline, so it was not available at the airport. So the pilot and the air traffic control was relying on other sources to gather weather information in the area in order to make a decision to continue the approach.
Real quick, how high are those power lines, and how high is the jet supposed to be to clear clear those? What's the minimum altitude when he goes over those power lines?
The question is, what is the minimum altitude to clear the power lines and how high they are? I have not received the measurements of that yet and done the calculations, so I can't answer that. I had another question over here. I don't know whether it is or not. The question is, was the weather at Miramar reliable for the pilot to make a decision, or you know, for the approach? And right now, I don't know. That's going to need to be compared to the actual weather conditions to find out how close they are and whether that was.
This is kind of a related question. Was the pilot? Do we know if the pilot was warned about the fog, even though it came from Miramar?
The audio that I've heard indicates that there was weather reports of what the visibility and the ceilings were at the time in the area. So, two more questions.
So I spoke with the National Weather Service. They said they knew of the ASOS having issues May 20th, and that the FAA is responsible for maintaining the ASOS, but the FAA is also part of this investigation. So who oversees that part of the investigation?
The question is who oversees the weather facility there, and with the FAA being part of the investigation.
Who is responsible for maintaining the ASOS? And was the FAA made aware and when that it wasn't properly functioning since May 20th? Because the National Weather Service said they knew as of May 20th that it wasn't properly functioning.
So the question is was the FAA aware, and what was the other part of that?
Was the FAA made aware that the ASOS was not properly functioning, and when?
Okay, was the FAA aware, and if so, when? And the answer to that question is I need to find that out because I don't know the answer to that question. I apologize. One more question.
They say we're 6 bodies in the scene so far. Do you know about more victims? If they were like minors over there, women, men, do you know so far about that?
Well, as I stated before, any information relating to the release of the occupants, as far as their names, numbers, and that sort of thing, is going to come through the local authorities. I can't answer that. So.
But the bodies are already in the medical examiner?
How much more complicated is the investigation without a flight data recorder?
I won't say it's more complicated. The question is how much more complicated is it without a flight data recorder? Flight data recorders provide a myriad of information depending on the make, model, and the installation, and so obviously any information you can get adds to that investigation, but without it, we use other sources of information, whether it's air traffic control, witnesses, video, the evidence that's available on the wreckage itself to tell the story of what happened. That's it. Thank you.
The lights on the runway, is it normal for a pilot to land without lights on the runway?